The air crackles with tension over the West Philippine Sea, a region where the weather often mirrors the uncertainty below. Dark clouds gather, casting long shadows over the churning waters, as if nature itself senses the gravity of the standoff unfolding beneath. At the heart of this maritime drama sits the BRP Sierra Madre, a rusted but unyielding Philippine Navy ship deliberately grounded on the Second Thomas Shoal. Though battered by time and the elements, it stands as a steadfast outpost, a living symbol of Manila's unwavering claim to these contested waters, and a daily reminder of the nation's resolve. Today, the Sierra Madre is encircled by imposing Chinese Coast Guard vessels, their sheer size and numbers a show of force. The air is pierced by the blaring of horns, echoing across the waves, a warning, a challenge, and a statement of intent from Beijing. On deck, the Filipino crew stands their ground, eyes fixed on the horizon, and on the ships that shadow their every move. Each sailor is acutely aware that their vigilance is all that stands between sovereignty and surrender. This tense standoff is not just a military affair, it's the front line of a global power struggle. Filipino fishermen, who have relied on these waters for generations, now find themselves harassed and blocked by foreign vessels. Even routine patrols are shadowed, their every action watched and recorded. Chinese ships form a floating wall, a barrier of steel and will, asserting dominance and making clear their intent to control these strategic waters. Every encounter here is a delicate dance, a high-stakes game of diplomacy and military posturing. Officers and diplomats weigh every word and maneuver, knowing that a single misstep could escalate into open conflict. Overhead, surveillance drones and patrol aircraft from multiple nations crisscross the skies, gathering intelligence and signaling presence. Beneath the waves, silent submarines glide through the depths, unseen but ever present, adding another layer of tension to the standoff. The stakes are immense. Control over these waters means control over one of the world's busiest and most vital maritime highways, a lifeline for global trade, energy supplies, and economic security. For the Philippines, this is about far more than territory. It's a fight for sovereignty, for the right to resources beneath the sea, and for the preservation of national identity. The flag that waves above the ship is a symbol of hope, pride, and resistance. The Filipino captain, resolute and unyielding, refuses to back down. Each resupply mission to the Sierra Madre is a test of courage and determination, a lifeline for the troops stationed there, and a powerful act of defiance in the face of overwhelming odds. This isolated confrontation is just one flashpoint in a much larger geopolitical storm brewing across the Indo-Pacific. As rival powers flex their muscles and alliances are tested, the world watches closely, knowing that what happens here could shape the future of the entire region, and beyond. In response to rising tensions in the South China Sea, where competing territorial claims and military posturing have raised the stakes for regional security, the United States is stepping up its support by funding the construction of advanced naval repair and maintenance facilities on the strategically vital island of Palawan. The spotlight is on two key locations, Oyster Bay and Quezon, both of which are undergoing a dramatic transformation into modern, high-capacity hubs for the Philippine Navy. This initiative marks a significant strategic investment, underscoring Washington's renewed commitment to its oldest Asian ally and reinforcing the enduring partnership between the two nations. These new facilities are designed to directly support Philippine naval operations right in the heart of the disputed South China Sea, where the need for a strong and responsive maritime presence has never been greater. In the past, when Philippine ships were damaged or needed maintenance, they often had to undertake long, vulnerable journeys to distant repair yards, sometimes even outside the country, leaving critical gaps in patrol coverage and weakening deterrence. With these new facilities, rapid repairs and efficient resupply will now be possible right on Palawan, allowing ships to return to duty much faster and ensuring a continuous naval presence in contested waters. Oyster Bay will be equipped with state-of-the-art workshops, advanced dry docking capabilities, and expansive logistics depots, making it a central hub for fleet maintenance and support. Meanwhile, Quezon will provide additional support infrastructure, further boosting the operational readiness and sustainability of the Philippine Navy. American funding, technical expertise, and ongoing training are directly enhancing the Philippines' defense posture, helping to modernize its naval forces and improve interoperability with allied navies. The ultimate goal is to create a more resilient, self-reliant, and ever-present Philippine Navy, one that can safeguard its waters and respond swiftly to any challenge. With these upgrades, ships will be able to stay on station for longer periods, extending their patrols and maintaining a visible deterrent presence. They'll also be able to react more quickly and effectively to provocations or emergencies, strengthening the country's maritime security. The psychological impact of this investment is just as important as the physical upgrades. It sends a clear message to Filipino sailors that they are not alone, and that their efforts are backed by powerful allies. Ultimately, this investment is about building both confidence and capability, empowering the Philippine Navy to stand tall in the face of growing regional challenges. For the region, it's a true game changer, one that could help ensure stability, deter aggression, and promote peace in the South China Sea for years to come. Palawan is often called the Philippines' last frontier, a place where nature and national security converge. Stretching over 400 kilometers, this long, narrow island is not just a paradise of pristine beaches and untouched wilderness, it's also a critical outpost for the country's defense. Geographically, Palawan points like a dagger into the heart of the South China Sea, making it a natural spearhead for projecting Philippine interests. Its close proximity to the hotly contested Spratly Islands transforms Palawan into the linchpin of Manila's defense strategy, serving as the first line of defense against external threats. From this strategic vantage point, the Philippine military can rapidly project power, maintain constant surveillance over disputed waters, and respond to any crisis or incursion far more effectively than from any other part of the archipelago. Palawan's airfields and deep-water ports serve as the forward operating base for defending the West Philippine Sea, enabling quick mobilization and sustained operations. Without a robust and visible presence here, Manila's territorial claims would be nearly impossible to enforce, leaving the door open to encroachment. The Spratly Islands are claimed by several nations, each vying for control over these strategic and resource-rich territories. Yet China's sweeping nine-line claim is by far the most expansive, challenging the sovereignty of its neighbors and intensifying regional tensions. The waters off Palawan are not only a geopolitical flashpoint, they are also rich in fish, oil, and natural gas, making the dispute about both territory and economic survival for millions of Filipinos. Bolstering Palawan's military infrastructure is a direct and necessary response to China's expansion, ensuring the Philippines can defend its interests and deter aggression. These new facilities are more than just buildings. They are anchors of Philippine sovereignty, standing firm in this vital province at the edge of the nation. These new facilities aren't just for the military, they're designed for dual use, benefiting local communities. Upgraded ports will serve naval ships and commercial vessels, boosting Palawan's economy. Improved infrastructure means fishermen can transport larger catches and goods more efficiently. In disaster-prone Philippines, these hardened facilities will be critical for relief operations. Construction brings jobs and technical training, empowering the local workforce. U.S.-funded projects often include skill transfers, fostering long-term community development. This dual-use approach strengthens the bond between military and civilians. The bases become shared assets for security and prosperity. The Palawan projects are part of the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, between the U.S. and the Philippines. EDCA allows U.S. troops to rotate through Philippine bases, conduct joint training, and build dual-use infrastructure. Key sites include air and naval bases across the country, with recent expansions near Taiwan. The agreement builds on the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, making joint defense credible and response times faster. Frequent exercises like Balikatan enhance interoperability. Despite political ups and downs, EDCA has been revitalized amid China's growing assertiveness. The projects in Palawan are visible proof of this renewed alignment. Words on paper are becoming concrete reality. Strategic upgrades extend to remote outposts like Balabac and Pagasa Islands. On Balabac, a new U.S.-funded airfield secures the vital Balabac Strait, a key maritime choke point. It enables air patrols over the southern West Philippine Sea. On Pagasa, the largest Philippine-held island in the Spratlys, the runway is now paved and a new port built. These upgrades are lifelines for residents and a major boost for defense. Pagasa is just 14 nautical miles from China's militarized Subi Reef. The improved runway allows larger aircraft to land, ensuring reliable resupply. The new port enables Navy and Coast Guard vessels to dock securely. These fortified outposts, together with Palawan, form a strategic arc that complicates any adversary's plans. The Philippines' presence is now more permanent and sustainable. For troops on outposts like Pagasa and the BRP Sierra Madre, life has long been isolated and uncertain. Upgraded ports and airfields mean food, water, and medicine now arrive more reliably. This logistical certainty boosts morale and defense readiness. Ships can be repaired quickly, increasing patrol presence in the West Philippine Sea. For civilians on Pagasa, better infrastructure means improved access to medical care, education, and goods. A thriving community strengthens the Philippines' sovereignty claim. These improvements foster national pride and resolve. Security here is the foundation for national well-being and future prosperity. The US-Philippine upgrades are a direct response to China's massive militarization in the Spratlys. Beijing has built artificial islands with runways, ports, and missile systems, military fortresses, not research outposts. The Big Three, Mischief, Fiery Cross, and Subi Reefs, form a strategic triangle for Chinese power projection. These bases give China de facto control over airspace and sea lanes, threatening regional security. China's militarization is ongoing, with new radars, weapons, and frequent military drills. The Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia harass other claimants in a gray zone campaign. By building and militarizing these islands, Beijing is forcing new realities on the region. The revitalized US-Philippine alliance is a major geopolitical shift in the Indo-Pacific. Joint projects in Palawan, Balabac, and Pagasa embody this partnership. The goal, a porcupine defense that makes aggression costly for any adversary. A network of resilient bases, and a capable navy, make the Philippines a tougher target. China's pressure will continue, but sustained US-Philippine commitment is key. Continued investment, joint training, and diplomatic solidarity are essential. The alliance must show its resolve is lasting. The developments in the West Philippine Sea are a bellwether for the international order. The US-Philippine alliance stands as a bulwark for a free and open Indo-Pacific. The world is watching.